What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mr. Investor channel here. Um, we cover things relevant in the blockchain and crypto space, all things Ethereum, Vechain, Chainlink, a little bit of other altcoins here and there. Just cover anything relevant that I think is interesting. So let's just jump right into it. Let's take a look at the total market cap on CoinGecko. We're at $2.3 trillion now. Looking over at this, specifically the dominance chart, we can see that Bitcoin dominance is just dropping and dropping and dropping. Look at that. Just over 46 on this chart, but on the home page here, it's under 46 at 45.2, and ETH is at 16% dominance now. And we can thank Ethereum for that because of their crazy price rise lately. They're 43% in the last 7 days. They've broken the 3K mark last night, and if anybody was watching the price charts last night, you could see that we were struggling at like the 29.95, 29.99 mark, where for like an hour we were moving up a nickel, a dime, a quarter. Very small price moves, but we were finally able to break through 3K. Went to bed, it was like 3,050. Woke up, now we're at like 3,200, crossed 3,300. I don't know where we're going from here. Um, I put on my Twitter that I still believe my price target for the bull run is 5K, and I still believe that. However, if the EIP 1559, the Ethereum upgrade, make it deflationary, goes through without any problems or hiccups, and it's live on the chain, then I do think we're going to break through that price target of mine at 5K. I think we're going to go past that. And then I also think that when they open up Ethereum staking on other platforms, for example, Rocket Pool is officially open, or when Coinbase allows it on their platform, we will start to see Ethereum really creep up there. Or I would not be surprised if we see 10K, 15K, maybe even 20K near the top of the bull run. Dogecoin is at 41 cents. Polkadot 37. Uniswap V3 is about to drop, I think, in the next week or so. So it's gotten up there in price, up 25% over the last week at $42. That sweet stinky link is up 34% in the last week at $42. My price target for Chainlink, I said it's going to be around $85 to $100 on Twitter. Um, I still believe that's going to be true unless staking comes out. If staking comes out, then Chainlink is going to blow past that target as well. If we assume that it doesn't come out until a year or two later and the bull run's already gone, I still think that an $85 to $100 Chainlink is not out of the realm of possibility here. VeChain had a little bit of a run up as well. They're back over the 21-cent mark here, which is nice. They were sitting around 17, 18 cents for a little while, and they're right back up to where they were. Just a little bit lower than their all-time high of 26 cents, but regardless, I'm still confident we'll get to that dollar mark near the peak of the bull run. Heading over to DeFi Pulse. The total value locked in DeFi is $73.32 billion now. And this DeFi Pulse Index, which I like to look as a benchmark of all the DeFi tokens in the ecosystem, is now over $600. Um, I think it was about a month ago we were at the low fours, upper threes. So now that it's crossed the $600 mark, and the way we see DeFi just expanding and growing, and the price of Ethereum going up, bringing all the ERC20 tokens up, you can only assume the DeFi Pulse Index is going to go higher from there. Let's get on to some VeChain news here. So the VeChain stats, we look and see at the transactions lately. We had a decent amount of burn here. Nice little run for the 4 days here. 146, 118, 120, 132. We tapered off 79, 72, 80. It is what it is. Still want to see us consistently in that six-figure mark, but I'll take what I can get. Going down to the X nodes to see where the auction prices are at. Not much has really changed here. I see there's a couple more Mjolnirs in there, if that's how you say it. Mjolnir. A few more in there. I think there's only one last time. But other than that, looks pretty much the same. I think the strength X dropped a few thousand. No big deal. And then at the last X node events, looks like some. Then the majority is the strength X and Vitor X nodes. They're trying to get out of those lockup positions there. And we now have 3,170 X nodes left. That number continues to drop, guys. I've been saying it. It's going to keep going lower and lower. So if you have the opportunity to scoop one up and you believe in the long-term vision of the project, I'd say get in it. Again, not financial advice. So real items, this is a little company platform utilizing the VeChain blockchain in which they're going to authenticate items through VeChain's I believe sensor NFT system, but it's all tracked and make sure it's real on the VeChain blockchain, which is pretty cool. So how does it work? Real items are products with matching digital certificates of authenticity. These records are immutable, non-fungible, and universally tradable. Brands start by creating a digital identity for the products they sell. Brands can use our Shopify app or our cloud application/API to create digital identities and apply them to packaging or products. Then consumers scan the 2FA QR code to verify the product authenticity. And for Shopify store owners using the Real Items Shopify app, their users will be sent their NFT directly into the Real Items account. They then can double check the same product arrives when they scan the matching 2FA QR code. The PIN number is then sent to the user in a variety of ways, and they focus on whichever is easiest for the user to use. The pins are a one-time use, so once the NFT is registered to a Real Items account, the pin is no longer usable. This ensures the original owner a digital certificate of authenticity from the product's origin. And then this is what I think is pretty cool. You collect NFTs in your Real Items portfolio. So this makes it easy to locate product information at a later date. And if a product is matched to a cause, you will receive follow-up information within your portfolio. And this is just like a little example here of what they have. But what I think is pretty cool here for the marketplace is they have some of these things here, and it's all on the VeChain blockchain, which means transactions through VeChain, which means VeChain gets more valuable through the Vitho gas token. So it's all nice to see. But this is pretty cool. This is the first one. This is the one of one real items bag that is going to be verified on the VeChain if somebody buys it. Pricey, sure. Cool collectible, absolutely. So I think that is pretty cool. But if we go to real items, their Twitter, they tweeted this saying, "We are about to announce our first major customer. This month they start printing 1 million plus units with real items smart labels backed by NFTs on the VeChain official blockchain. Serialized QR codes for any product. Some are pretending like they knew NFTs were the future, now they're playing catch up." And they went on to say, FYI, it's 1 million per month, and they expect to hit 3 million units per month this year. They have over 1.5 billion in annual sales. So that sounds like a big time company and a big time customer to me. I'm super excited about this. Anytime that a customer is using a platform or something with VeChain, it just gets me so excited because that is just real world adoption right there in front of our eyes. And if they can scale this up to 3 million units per month, per year, like that's crazy. That's crazy. And this company to have 1.5 billion in annual sales, that's just so bullish to me. So I'm very excited to see what it is. And the more we see companies utilizing the VeChain blockchain, it just means that the Thor is going to be used on that gas for the ecosystem there. So that's super cool. Eisenreich on Twitter here. Please check this guy out. This guy is awesome to the community. He finds so much good information. He posts out there. He has a tip jar to the top of his Twitter feed. He has it pinned there. If you like what he's doing, you support the guy, please do it because he's amazing. And also give him a follow. But he posted this VeChain and carbon neutrality. China's central bank is devising structural monetary policy tools that can provide direct support to the real economy in the pursuit of cutting carbon emissions. China's central bank is devising structural monetary policy tools that can provide direct support to the real economy in the pursuit of cutting carbon emissions. The policy tools will provide eligible financial institutions with low cost funds and encourage them to offer financing at preferential interest rates for key projects with significant effects in carbon emission reduction. The tools are being devised under the principles of market oriented transparency and international alignment, he added. That's interesting. International alignment. The market-oriented principle refers to establishing an incentive-compatible mechanism in line with the market-based principle so as to encourage financial institutions to proactively allocate more resources for carbon emission reduction. The principle of transparency means the mechanism and application rules of the policy tools are specific, feasible, computable, and verifiable, and that policies provide targeted and direct support. According to Sun, the principle of international alignment means the fields of carbon emissions reduction supported by the policy tools is in line with international standards. The country's outstanding amount of green loans came in at CNY 11.95 trillion, which equal to 1.85 trillion US dollars by the end of 2020, of which CNY $8 trillion was invested either directly or indirectly into projects for reducing carbon emissions. This represents 67.6% of the total outstanding amount according to the central bank. So, if you watched my last video or following what China's doing or anything related to carbon emissions, the CEO of Vechain here said that carbon is the new oil. And there was another tweet that was posted by Jason Rockwell, which I mentioned in my other video, was that there is a shift going on in China. They're trying to become carbon neutral and they're going to start tracking all of that stuff. They said that in the last 5 year plan, blockchain was at the heart of that one. Well, this next 5 year plan that comes out at the end of this year is going to be all about carbon. So this is very interesting that China is making this, they're making it well known that they're going to be getting into this carbon play here. And it's going to be exciting to see what happens because not only is this going on, but remember that Medium article that VeChain put out saying that China has changed their stance on cryptocurrencies and digital assets? They don't just do that. All of their Medium articles are related toward VeChain with an announcement or partnership. So there's something going on. There's something big that is going on, and it's all being foreshadowed. And I truly think China is going to be using VeChain to monitor carbon. That's what I think is going to happen. But another tweet here. VeChain filed a patent application on the 22nd of April for methods, devices, blockchain nodes, or computer readable media and system for carbon recording and trading based on blockchain. Um, so he shouted out this guy who found it. So let's give this guy some love for sure. But this is interesting. This is interesting. VeChain filed for a patent for carbon recording and trading based on the blockchain in the US. Remember, like, we don't have too much coming out of the US right now. Things have been pretty hush hush. So the fact that they're doing these moves subtly in the US, there's got to be something going on. If something's going on with China and it's being publicly made over there, public information about it, the US has to be doing something or else they're going to get left behind. So we're going to have to keep an eye and see where this ends up going. And then another thing that Eisenreich tweeted about here was VeChain and DNF or DMV offshore aquaculture. Uh, they're going to be using, or they're talking about it in DMV's My Story, where they're going to supply chain of fish is going to be verified to illustrate how customer needs and expectations are being fulfilled. And that's all done through My Story, which is done on the VeChain blockchain. So super cool. Just some quick Chainlink news here. Chainlink is proud to partner with UNICEF in supporting the UNICEF Innovate Fund and Crypto Fund, providing social impact driven startups with funding and mentorship for building blockchain based and open source solutions for emerging markets. Super cool. Chainlink is going to be massive. It's going to be so massive. I can't wait to see what ends up happening with them in the next few years. And this is just a little blog post about it. As part of our social impact initiative centered around our mission of creating a more economically fair world using smart contracts, we actively support projects that share this goal of applying cryptographically enforced systems in a manner that is driven less by vague brand promises and more by the value that institutions and individuals actually provide. As part of furthering this initiative, we're excited to award a grant to support the UNICEF Innovation Fund, a pooled fund designed to finance startups building early stage open source technology that address key global challenges, and the UNICEF Crypto Fund, a new financial vehicle allowing UNICEF to receive, hold, and disperse cryptocurrency. The Chainlink Community Grant will go towards supporting the startups building blockchain based solutions that UNICEF works with by offering funding, mentorship, and access to our expertise. Super cool, guys. That's awesome. Good job, Chainlink. That's awesome. And then I just want to touch on, since we're talking about energy here, I found this coin. I'm looking more into it, but I think it's pretty interesting. It's pronounced, I think it's EForce, EForce, but ticker is WOZX, WOZX. It's not old by any means. I think it came out or started trading in December, so it's relatively new, and it's down significant from their all-time high, 61%. But if you look at their website here, it's a pretty sleek looking website, and Steve Wozniak is involved with this project. And for those who don't know, he's a Apple co-founder, and he is responsible for many patents of Apple. And he's very decorated. He's won multiple awards. So the fact that this guy is involved with this company or this project is very interesting to me. So I'm keeping my eye on this one. Plus their team. I want to touch on their team real quick. This guy, Andrea Castiglione, if that's how you say his name, he was just mentioned at the Forbes 30 under 30 for, I believe it was engineering and technology. So Forbes 30 under 30, this guy's mentioned. He's on this team with EForce, and so is the co-founder of Apple, Steve Wozniak. So this is pretty exciting. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. I'll leave some links down in the description of the video. Please shout out Eisenreich or check him out on Twitter. Give him a follow, a thumbs up, donate if you want to him. And also this guy, April Strawberry, for finding this U.S. patent find. It's awesome news. Keep it up, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.